Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Cut it, gut it, strip the spine out clean. Meta built nonsense don't mean a thing. You search for a save, I denied that lane. Now you're top deck, panic while I stack pain. Count it out loud, 3, 2, done. Whole deck fought off a single stun. And you're loaded from stack hard. Break it down. 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 Cut it, gut it, strip the spine out clean. Meta built nonsense don't mean a thing. You search for a save, I denied that lane. Now you're top deck, panic while I stack pain. Count it out loud, 3, 2, done. Whole deck fought off a single stun. And you're loaded from stack hard. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down.
Look at this ass, isn't it fat? Wouldn't you say Trey's in love with that? Look at this shake, look at that sway. Gravity's losing a fight today. Up that ass crack, where that thong at? Why Starbreaker always playing with that? Oh, chunky and thick, can't catch this that stack hard ass. Something's amiss while you post this. My family game, oh that booty insane. Why this graphic gets so damn thick? Why you do this Brian Schmidt? Enough about that. And draws in that bread. Give me 2 of them buns and that Monterey Jack.
Whose butt is that? That's definitely chamomile tea, aka the ass that is posted on every JoJo recap nowadays. But I didn't come to stare at ass. It's like normally I do the opposite. Welcome everybody to another episode of Stacked Card. We have some decks. We got some old school title decks from the what was the 3 stages of heck?
3
stages of heck. We've got one from Trey, a oft seen and attempted, but never quite with the same success as Trey's King of New York deck. A little bit of looking at very quick spider thing because Bob decided why drag everyone else onto a network when he can just post in the discussion group. Big fan because it used to be just me, him, occasionally Brian Lee at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock right after or sometimes during work for me. So just having it just be posted is very helpful for my sleep schedule. Yeah. Well, we also decided we were doing it like every 2 months now instead of quarterly.
Yeah.
Because we were like, yeah, screw it. Not enough movement. Go, go, go. We want the revolving door. And we might as well start that off with that, Dave. If you want to pull up those 2 slides from the master of the Spoder PowerPoints. I know we always have a spot on the show, and I enjoyed it when I was there, but I was also, normally exhausted, Schmidt. I'm dying. Let's see. There we go. World's promotions based on performance points and the can't see rules. A bunch of numbers rules. Following competitors are moved directly into the World's Division. Baby Chaos, Tortured Vigilante. Baby Chaos. I know Jason Falsone plays him a lot. I know, and he was, of course, the CAC winner from Colby Cram at the Super Lucha CAC. Tortured Vigilante got a second in the CAC and has just been played a lot. Plenty of Taylor Swift fans. Not shocked. And these 4 competitors and those are the ones that are moved outside and directly to Worlds. Competitors moved from Underworld to Worlds. Snake Fit, Super Lucha. Boy, are we all shocked.
Shocked it took this long.
It should have been faster. Mr. Hyde is the CAC winner that beat Tortured Vigilante. I'm not shocked. I'm currently in I have a Underworld #1 contenders match with Bob Dunn playing as Mr. Hyde, but who the hell cares anymore? Am I right? Split, played by a few people, often Cecilia. Great job there. Back to Worlds. Johnny T, played by a few people. To make room in Worlds, we demoted leader of the Black Sheep, because Bob was tired of having that many people in in Worlds. Cherry Von Danish gets the bump down. Queen of Cheer, Adriana D. Queen of Cheer is just like seen almost no play. Like legitimately, I think the last time
Captain Con last year.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the points on it. Cheetah put all the points on her then, and got the #1 contendership match, and I don't know that we've really seen much of her since then.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, even at Grand Gathering, when she was an option, Cheetah played Jay White.
Yep.
That's, Adriana D was played by John P. in the Olympics one year. And that was the last time.
I was going to say, Cheetah played it at Captain Con last year and won. I know Underworld and won the Thursday night event with it as well.
Yeah, that's when he put hella points on it. General Manager John Calais. It was purely in Worlds because Bob Dunn hates hand destruction. But there's
a lot more hand destruction, so we get to move some of them.
Yeah, there's about 8,000 hand destruction competitors released monthly now, so General Manager John Calais is not the best of them. So move him down to just Underworld. Original Rising Sun. Yay, we're all happy for Zach.
It will immediately get moved back up.
It will immediately just this revolving door of fucking Rising Sun. And then original Theo, the Greek Neo. I mean, he's always going to be good, right? But like,
yep.
I think
now you get all these draw 2s instead of a draw 1. So
yeah, I think the less in hand Theo is just better because of the finish set. Like, I think he's just like, just having a circle is pretty sick.
Yep.
But all of those will go to Underworld. Let's see. And now for Underworld. Based on performance points in the 2-4-6-8 rule, the following competitors are promoted to the Underworld division. Firestarter. 0-win champion El Gonzo Russo, Yamato Hama, Hex, and Nick Nemeth. Well, Dolph Ziggler didn't take very fucking long, did he?
People like the dog Ziggler.
Yeah.
Having a Lucha weekend seems to put a lot of points on Lucha competitors, too.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, but the Dolph Ziggler in like a week or two is very funny because everybody played that fucking guy in like weekly tournaments and locals. And you know what? He's a popular guy. So, of course. Yeah. To make room, we demoted these 8 competitors. Abigail Ferry in training, Brett the Metalhead, Grand Pack General Lee Long, Rainbow Girl Roll +2, Reverend Goodbrain, Runtime Terror, Ricochet, and Steel Wool. Yeah. Bunch of fun competitors out in the wild now. I mean, I like a lot of them and several good, but we got to keep this revolving door going.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Up next, what do we want? Do we want to do the stages of heck, or do we want to do Your King of New York?
The stages of heck.
Stages of heck. So first we can have. Why don't we do the Challenger? One Simple Chuck. That would be his new Brewmeister deck. Oh.
Just 1 second, I'll bring it up.
You Gucci. Yeah. The stages of heck. It was Chuck was scammed. Scammed, he said. God, I can't even. What was the first? Was the first stage
the first one was a normal match,
and the second
one
was
to a steel cage match
with everything.
And then a steel chain match, and everything stayed the same.
Yeah, chain was the third one.
So if you escaped the cage, you were in a very rough spot. If you did not win the first match, since you would be decked out with maybe a couple of follow-ups in hand, but
it's funny as hell because you'll see at least one, I can't remember if both included rejected in this, just because Steve Resk is a fucking psychopath, just in case they're like, it's now a Ring of Fire, you have 3 turns. Yeah. This is the Brewmeister, in which case I noted this morning after he posted it, fucker forgot his sub finish in here. Let's see. I will try and zoom in so I can. I don't want to have to put on the bifocals.
Steel cage stops, big Apocalypse, catch chicken wing, big body block. This is going to leave a mark. Reverse scoop slam, apply pressure. Thunderous punch, opportunity knocks. That's my Keezy. Cosmic sheep elbow, alien boot drop, bend around the ring post.
Mm-hmm.
Steel City Showdown, American Dragon drop, swinging full Nelson.
But Steel City and American Dragon drop for the steel cage. Very good.
Steel cage stops 19 through 21. Daredevil dive.
Daredevil dive was always going to be in the deck. I told Paulo, it's like, it will have Daredevil dive. It is just the easiest call in Super Show history.
High flying takedown, Destiny's Call, swinging double axe handle, make it rain, slamming beards, the moonsault leg drop, and hops infusion.
So it's the skill. The strike is the if stopped, right?
Well, yeah, that's
Is
the reason he ran the skill
Yeah.
strike finish.
Yeah, even though it wouldn't be blind. Yeah, agility 8. Yeah, go for it, right?
Yeah.
And you never know what the crowd meter is going to be with Steve Resk. So,
Yep.
yeah, the hops infusion, and then it was the IBU. Apparently, yeah, the strike and the new grapple both have if stopped. So, and he had the IBU supposedly sub finish. It would have been great if he had it here to show with the class. But this is a very Chuck deck. Like
it is a very Chuck deck.
It is like you could have showed me even without the like very very clear has like I recognized that gold thing from his kitchen table. It was like all right, so I could just tell that this is him. It's like steel cage stops, yep. APOC, yep. A draw 2 on the thing he's not really focusing, yep. Yeah, I mean that was an option if he wanted to. I would have told his ass to play the frog slime. Just be like, stop. Not wrong. It is very retro. Honestly, I'm shocked it's still there as often as the cats are on there just knocking stuff around. I guess it must be too heavy. But yeah, Chuck ran the gimmick blanker on 11, and then all draw on his sub, and then strikes were the tech pieces, the searchers, the flippers,
Yep.
He was very clear, and it was also just like an even stat matchup too, because they both had 3 live. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, Chuck. Like, if you're going into somewhere where a steel cage is, like, you got to have the APOC, like, as the get out of jail free card, literally in that case, and steel cage getting out of jail free.
Chuck lying. He was going to have APOC in the deck no matter what the steps
were. That's also a bit of a two-faced thing. It's like, oh yeah, I totally only had APOC, and it's like you don't run any setup, dummy, and you're a removal deck. Like, who cares?
I mean, the only setup he has is the gimmick blanker.
That's that's why it's like you're not much set up.
I'm gonna say, his draw on 18 and 12 requires a little bit more setup, but yeah.
Yeah. And he ran Impact his family because, can't take the TBA out of the boy. And he High Roller has hella spotlights. For as many if stop finishes Brewmeister has, High Roller has spotlights.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but this is the losing deck. Let's go to the end still old school champion
deck. The O2 deck.
The O2 deck. The guy that we were yelling at so we could have so we could play Clash in which we went 1 and 2.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, courtesy of your old school champion, this is much more zoomed in. Let's see. And Chuck was right to be worried. He is running the I'm just getting started for a if stopped grapple. Turnbuckle slams for a double stop. Friends and Rivals, Cosmic Collection, rejected because
he didn't want to escape the cage and then have no deck.
yeah, escape the cage, and it's like, all right, baby, we're playing in 3 turns. The ring will be on fire. You better have a deck. That's definitely some Steve Resk ass shit. Big body block to stop the apocalypse. He knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Potion Uprising because there was stuff that listen, guys of Mr. Hyde play. You know what I'm saying? No, just so it can't be removed from play against a removal gimmick.
It also lets him pick up his 19.
He even before this, there might have been some learning from a certain Mimic Underworld champion that he played against when I played against a removal gimmick when he was playing Kota Ibushi. He may have learned a little bit. Resto Potion. Chuck would APOC his mother. He ain't APOCing me. For sure, Tammy would get Apocalypse. For sure. And yet, Zach, we tried to. I tried to think about like what else would be in the deck, and then I was just figured it's like it was always Umbrella Hold. It was you didn't even have a 15 that you didn't get from me. You were just like, I don't even need it. All I have and all I will ever need is Umbrella Hold. I just run without a 15. Fuck it. Generic building blocks to bury some stuff. Unchained Wizard Knee to blank APOC because once again, Paul also knows who Chuck is.
Like the stopped finishes as well, so
yeah,
the building blocks has a little bit more help there too.
Mm-hmm. Lung Blower because he's got some double stops on grapples to get some extra draw. Anointed because literally because he was playing against Chuck and he wanted to let me get that forehead. Band Hammer block for if stop, rip and ship, suplex for if stop, knee lock because +1's always good. Sledgehammer the quad can't be removed from play. Pineapple Slam can't be removed from play. Cosmic Pizza Apocalypse. Boy, this guy hates Apocalypse.
He knew who he was playing against.
Yeah. Skullduggery Potion number 19. Old school shoulder breaker. Double stop. Back rake. Just a draw stop. Scratch. Against removal characters. Scratch is so good. That line is so good. Because he plays this card. He gets to pick up a strike and a finish. It gets removed. If it gets removed, cool. I'll pick up another finish or another strike.
And it can target itself.
And it can target itself is the funniest thing. Back from the Brink is a skill card. Leave it to Fate as a skill card. This man just went heavy as hell on the important 22 through 24. Boss Beats, double leg bridge, half crab because he really can't trust. He really can't trust.
I mean, it's a removal deck. You got to.
It's a removal deck. Gotta be worried about death by elbows. The Big Blind, hell of strong strike finish. The Casino Comp, very good grapple finish. And he said, "Fuck it, sharpshooter." He'll never see it coming, and he didn't. Let's see. Dave said, with APOC defense at 6 and 10, I probably would have run the old gimmick blanker at 12 and 18, but I know I'm higher on the nerf line still than some others. So the thing with that now that the opportunity knock / anointed line is more popular, I think it's easier to run those in conjunction with lung blower line if you're already going to be running some double stops. You're like, cool. This has multi-purpose, and one of the reasons
if it wasn't the steps, I'm sure he would have had the 5 that was the double stop as well. So he's getting more utility off of like the lung blower.
Yeah, and the and this is the and honestly, like the thing that the reason why I, of course, dice rolls are dice rolls. The reason why I think that this deck went 2-0 is because it's more versatile. Like it had, well, probably because of the type of gimmick, but it's basically, it seemed like he was more prepared for everything. And he definitely knew his opponent better and was just prepared. And it's like, because you could tell, it's like he knows what Chuck's doing. And it's hilarious. I enjoy these things about book matches, especially between friends. Yeah, this but I would like to say a nice rest in peace to the old school division as it currently is. From now on,
the 10th anniversary box set ready.
as Chuck said, enjoy this deck breakdown. From now on, it's gonna be punches and arm drags. Like a fucking 70s match. 70s,
Old
80s.
school.
Old school, baby. No sledgehammering the quad for us. No skullduggery potion. No resto potion. No back from the brink.
I was gonna say, I hope Paul enjoyed his, belt, because everyone's gonna be jumping the belt now since you only have one of two entrances that you can play against him.
That's the craziest thing too, is that it's like there are no skill cards, and it's like the old school title belt is already like not incredible. But now it's like, well, there's an even chance that it's just going to be blank. Like I almost feel, because of the jumps the bell being one of the entrances allowed, the old school title belt needs to be buffed to have an increase to the first turn roll, like a +2. Like that way, there's still a chance of it getting blanked, but you actually, that way you still have a boost for the champion, because otherwise it's like, cool, this belt we're playing for, it just does nothing. and it's like, now we're just like like there's no champion's advantage.
Yep.
Man, I hate to see my boys. At least it was a fun match, funny couple of matches. I agree.
A couple of finishes in the match.
I agree. Jumps the bell is dumb in title matches, but once the first guy let it go, now it's just now it's just user discretion, and Steve will just be like, "Yeah, it's one of two entrances we got, so we have to let it through."
And Jumps the Bell is probably the one that people actually have more of than the other old school entrance that most people can't find.
Yeah, Chuck said we both hit finishes in both matches, which is funny as hell, because I think Chuck hit a crowd meter 1 in the cage finish, and I was like, oh, well, I guess we're going to game 3. And then he didn't, and then Paul lived, and then just like took over the rest because he didn't have much deck left.
Yep.
Was very, very fun. I like seeing the boys being able to just talk shit on Sunday night fights.
I mean, I was going to say, having the steel cage second kind of it was a lot more in favor of High Roller than Brewmeister.
Yeah.
Because what the deck was left, Paul was going to go through quicker, and then Brewmeister just had no gimmick.
With the gimmick, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it literally can't, it can't trigger. And that's the thing with steel cage. Clearly my mistake was not running enough lariat. Yes, that's true. In an old school title match, you weren't running lariats. I mean, neither was Paul, but that's what your higher class faction mates will tell you. Not enough lariat. What's funny is it's probably Booker and Bulverino that would tell him that.
Because neck vices are bad.
Neck vices are bad. That's true. All right. Do we want to pull up the King of New York deck? Because I have been fucking annoyed by this deck for a while, and I think Trey should talk about it.
Was it in our chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
a get.
I'll
it's
find
a
it. Give me a minute.
Yeah, it's a get dice list.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Man, oh man. Oh, Paul. The funny anecdote is Paul finally made an order from the Super Show website, and he said last week, as soon as I order, they're going to put the fucking ladder deck for sale. As soon as he orders, guess what came in? The ladder deck.
Yep.
It was like, I already knew. It's like he already knew. It was just so funny. Every time, it's like if something bad is going to go wrong, we just know it. All right, here we go, Trey. King of New York.
Yep.
Notably, deck list given to TJ Marconi before.
Yeah, I tried to get him to run it in Florida. So we got King of New York, so we got to run the Without Me There Is No You. Everyone I played against that night had Petty Paul.
That's funny.
So for the people that don't know, King of New York, he turns the match into a
New York rules.
New York rules, and then his number 16 big boot is instead a finish.
Very, very important to note. Instead, not also.
Yep. And so even though it's one of the characters that I play against stat line because I play with gimmick because you've got an extra finish on 16. So what I try to do is just run a bunch of finishes on all of his strikes. So that's the reason you have the number 1 to go with the skill card, number 7 Doomsday Lariat to give you a finish there. We're searching out all of our strikes on our 10. You've got the 8 equals on your 13, so we're running a finish on 19. And like we talked about before, 16 is instead a finish. We got the brass knuckle punch finish on 22. And then you've also got just your stock finish strike, which is hilarious when you catch someone crowd meter 1 and throwing the finish grapple into you when you have nothing on board, and then you have a stop finish on them.
You're just like, well, and the stop and the stats on what is it? +1 to agility, what +2 or +3 to tech?
+2 to technique, yeah.
Which at crowd meter 1, that's 2 10s already.
I was gonna say that's the reason I don't care about running all these blank finishes because you're starting crowd meter 1, everything is 2 finishes.
Yeah.
Or 2 10s on the finishes.
Yeah.
And so the other stops, 2 and 3 is just draw stops. Get to run the Super Lucha 4, 5, 6 because they're all crowd meter 1 or greater, selfish draws.
Mm-hmm.
8 and 9 is shuffle and draw a card or pick up 2 cards with disqualification in the text. So you've got your 19 with disqualification in the text. You've got your 22 with disqualification in the text. And I also ran FTL because it's absolutely hilarious to run an FTL and lower someone's 10 to a 9.
It's fun.
1.
It's very strong.
Let's see. And the new things that I'd actually done is run the broken in half line because there's a lot of times that it automatically sets up the brass knuckle punch and I don't have to recur one of my other finishes. I can just go into the brass knuckle punch.
Because brass knuckle punch, is that crowd meter 2?
Yeah, it's crowd meter 2.
Okay.
Right? So the death defying elbow is crowd meter 1. The brass knuckle punch is crowd meter 2.
Mm-hmm.
And normally it would be all 3 of the broken in half line, but because the ladder was one of the stips that night, that's the reason the 25 was the backlash with the ladder.
By God, if there could have been a finish on 25. Let's see.
There could have been. But then I would have had to give up the finish on either 22 or 7.
It's not worth it.
It is not worth it.
Yeah, especially there's a ladder stip. There was a ladder stip in that rotation. Yeah. So backlash with the ladder is just a free card. It's cool.
And I was going to say, blindside tackle is really fun in this deck because you get to add 1 finish from your discard pile to your hand, and then your next turn rolls +2 for each finish in your discard pile.
Yeah, I agree, Ron. Damn ladder matches. It was very fun whenever one of the I played.
I was going to say, me and Zach actually went to crowd meter 5 in the ladder match.
Yeah, the last time I played the big guy, I got matched up into a ladder match against Boss, and it was very fun finding out that it was crowd meter 2, and all of my kendo stick stops were dead. So my only stop for a finish grapple was I had 1 crowd meter for them to be live, and my 19 was my only stop against a Poison Stars character. I was like, well, okay. Guess I'm going to die by a grapple, and I did eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! But yeah, this is fun. Let's see. I've had to go. This is what Trey would always pull out whenever I'd be testing Mimic too, just because he's like, "Well, my finishes don't have stats on them." They just have 11s, and you're just gonna die. I was like,
everyone else was complaining about Mimic, and I was like, "What do you mean? Just hit all these finishes without stats. It doesn't do anything. Let's go."
I was like, oh, okay, I guess that works. And it's like, that's why I was like, damn it, I don't like this. This is bullshit. This is a peak Mimic hours when I was just complaining about this. Oh my god. I'm trying to see, did we have I guess I'm looking I'm trying to see if there were these spoilers that I sent you and Brian. We could pull those up and talk about them if we need to. Let's see. There we go. I found them.
Is it Super Lucha cards, or which one is?
I think they are Super Lucha cards. I had to scroll back whenever Brian was talking about his Asian crush, telling me all about his new crush, and playing League of Legends and inting our game so he could ditch us. For the record, the age old bros before hoes does not track with Brian Lee. And you know what? If it works, go for it. I doubt it will, but shoot as birthday boy Brock Smith says, shoot or shoot. Yeah, Chuck was also in that game. I'm so mad at it. He definitely intentionally misheard Trey and just went the opposite direction. This is, if you have another follow-up in play, look at the excellent font on these Super Lucha cards. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 2 in your hand, flip or shuffle the other 2 cards into your deck. Now, are these... They're not 16s. They just got, they're skill cards 22 through 24, I think. Or no, are they?
I would think since you have another follow-up, they would be.
Yeah, they have to be, because it's like, because that one says like 22 in the corner, and that's just not right, I think. Yeah, that one's correct. That one's 18. There's 16 through 18. Thank you, Colby. Over the top dance off, another over the top card, a skill card. Flip 2, add 1, draw 2. Okay, sure. I don't know if it's good enough for be a skill card, but in this format, yeah.
Because you don't have much, but I think I'd rather just run a Fleecing the Flock and.
It is a Protoplasmic Slam. Another. It's your court mandated spin ever since Sergeant Yogo was drafted in Faction Wars. Stop any lead. Is that lead or finish? Fucking font. Add a follow up. Add a follow up sub from discard pile of the hand. I mean, that's just neat. Run that in a full Nelson deck. That's actually hell in Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's got to take a very specific one because you're giving up being able to stop a follow-up there.
Yeah, and also a hyphen making it not a spine card is actually like one of the most diabolical fucking things, because he could have just not had that hyphen there. Like, he's just being an asshole to Paul at this point. Let's see. It's a giant wrench. Bury 1 card in your discard pile. Your next your turn rolls are +1. What number is that?
24.
I guess it's, if I didn't want to have a skill card for Amber Nova, like, it's a decent enough card, but Unstoppable Watchdog Wrench seems fun.
Yeah.
Boom Dynamite. Look at all these not keywords. Boom. And instead... this hand of mine glows with an awesome power. Its loud roar tells me to defeat you. Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow, erupting llama finger. The funniest. So the funniest thing about this is, for as big a word salad as this is, there are less keywords than you might think. Just because, you know, for those who don't know, it's taken from an anime. It's taken from G Gundam, right? Notably, the guy who says this, the voice actor, went on to become a dentist. How about that, Dave? Very funny. Didn't
Is it just 4?
let's see. Hand is a keyword. Power, of course.
Eat. Finger or fin?
Yeah, eat. Let's see. I love my anger. Anger's not one. Oh, is anger a keyword for rage?
Could be.
I'm trying to think. I thought he might have like a spotlight for an anger card. I can't remember, but that's such an obscure. Yeah, it's such an obscure one. Yeah, straight up. All right. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. Young Allergy got it at the same time. His finished strike. If this card stops, add one other card with anger in the name from discard pile of the hand. That's funny. But again, don't get attached to the name. I know. Like, it's a lot. Like, honestly, the amount of money you're putting into ink for a line of this is just absurd. But it is funny. Even if it's just erupting llama finger, yeah, I think it's funny. Let's see. This is a 20. Fling into the ring ropes. If your opponent, another ring card. If your opponent has another submission, stop any. Is that just finish submission? Very well. Yeah. So this is one of those lines where you would just you sacrifice utility to get only finishes, but you do get to like bury a grapple in your discard pile. So that could be very useful. So I'll say this: I would play this in something like Amazing Red, where I'm weak to subs. I'm only going to be using my 20 to stop subs anyway, right? And I
don't need to draw 2 in Amazing Red because
and I don't need like a sealed away. And it's like, but I could use this as like, all right, I'm getting hammered by subs. Cool, I'm going to bury this code red, and then they're like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in use cases like that, I think it has its importance. In Joe Hendry, sure. Chopping lumber. A Sean Loeb meme. Yeah. That's a new line. A couple new lines. I don't have any spoilers or anything for the table deck. That's for a different show. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was anything else card-wise to bring up. There's the only other thing.
I don't think we saw the 18, the all mug, no steal. You got another follow-up and play. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Put one in your hand. Flip the others.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What's the skill requirement on that one?
This one doesn't have a skill requirement. I don't know if the rest of the line did or not.
Oh.
Because I don't think the Dragonfire Slam had one, and that was the one that came out at DragonCon.
Oh, is that the same thing? Is that Ed? Let's see. Now I'm confused.
I don't know. I was just looking at some more of these pictures because there was actually more of them in there.
Let's see. Dragon.
Because then you also have the Fluting Frenzy if you have a stop and play draw 2.
Yeah, that's add 1, flip the others is Dragonfire slams. No skills. All mug. Listen. A long time ago, I said I would make Root Beer Guy work, and other than annoying the shit out of my friends, I haven't quite cracked it yet. The all mug, no steal might be enough. Root Beer Guy's strike finish is annoying enough. I may rebuild him, give him a new shot, because I do have a signed Root Beer Guy that I need to get back in use. Oh my god! Let's see. On that, I think we've all. I was
gonna say, I mean, there was some more in there that we didn't go over. So was.
Let's see. Yeah, Paul saying Root Beer Guy's strike is cracked. Yeah, he's on the receiving end of that. I remember hitting Paul with it, and I'm like, all right, Paul, I get to look at your hand. I get to discard one, strike, grapple, and sub. And he was like, what? And it's like, oh, and by the way, we bumped, so it's +4 to my 5, +4 to my 6, and I actually get to discard 2 of each.
Mhm.
What? Just
So,
wreck their
just like,
entire
I like
hand.
this. I like this sheepish swarming potion. It's a draw a card or add a follow up from your discard pile to your hand. I think even like the split finger lock line.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, like I like that more than split finger lock line. I would run that
Mm-hmm.
because the amount of times that I play split finger lock and I'm just like, I'm just gonna add
And
the
I'm gonna
imaginary follow-up.
not pick up anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna add the imaginary follow up is just dumb. Like this is just a needed boost to split finger lock to get that kind of line back in play. Enter
Yep.
El Leon. Knee cap soup. Oh, wow. The screen cap. And big belly punches. Another hold.
Yep.
Another bird. Metallic Tyranny. The Cooler of Destiny. Yeah, that's the what's it called? The Dragonfire Slam line kind of thing. Hypersonic Boot, draw 2. That's I could tell I was watching Totu that time. When are these coming out? I think that this is all a deck that's going to be out at the Long Island the lit Long Island tabletop.
So here soon.
You know, Slamington, it's better than you might think. You just like have to go full in on like hand destruction, and this is one of those where it's like, man, between this and Spencer Vance, my friends fucking hated me, so that's why I had to like pivot away, because that was one of those ones I'm running like Moonsault, Tiger Driver, just all of these horrible things. And it's like, so they and then if we bump it, it's like, okay, well, discard a card or I'm gonna pick up this Tiger Driver. And they're like, damn it, discard a grapple. Yeah, making them choose between stops to stop me from picking up a card was very fun. Although his gimmick is worse now because of Barry, like mutual Barry stops, because he is a recursion character. Yeah, I think it's a very neat gimmick. The finishes are fun, but the keywords are so fucking wonky, man.
The problem with it is the keywords. So
yeah, it's like
your keyword it'll go to Worlds, kind of like Spencer Vance
or Sergeant Yoga.
Yep.
Yeah, but Root Beer Guy doesn't have the same pull as Steve Rask. I'm sorry to say, because Root Beer Guy is just in love with playing Evil Ed. He's playing.
Steve will just draft him next year in faction, or tell everyone they're stupid for not playing him, and then make 15 new keywords for him. So
that's true. He'll just print a whole new deck. He said, Young Al just said, I hope Travis Scott shows up. Oh boy. Travis Scott disappearing from wrestling. Thank God, man. I did enjoy seeing recently that apparently Travis Scott like found out what it was like to get hit, and he's like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. And it's just like and it's like, oh, that's what happened. He was just like, Travis Scott was like, I'm pussy. Not like a question mark. Actually just saying I'm actually pussy, and I'm out. That's what's funny. See that Evil Ed deck list tonight on Totu. Nice. I will not be watching, but I am happy that Evil Ed deck list will be on there.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I am likely going to go get some food after this. It's fun. Yeah, Oh, really? It's just Schmidt running the show? That's crazy.
Shouldn't drag on forever then.
Honestly, Schmidt, it might be your best show yet. I am dead ass serious. Like, from the time that I did Gooniverse, like having everything that you need ready, just knowing it yourself, and just and it's like, all right, I'm doing this, and this. There's nobody here to go on a fucking tangent about ripping ship. There's nobody here to go on a just random ass tangent to slow the pace down by like 15 fucking minutes. It's like maybe something you might want to look into. It's just like, all right, that way you can have the show going at your own pace and just settle it like that. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, I can't do that. I understand why, and I sympathize with you. Also, a slight bit of news. Since Hamilton's in the crowd, I would like to say thank you for the shipping of the intergalactic belt. I did receive it. As those who could tell, this motherfucker been through hell, but it's also been like almost absorbed into wormholes. It's been used as a back brace to protect one of my best friends from hurting himself at Southern Fried Gaming, and also had a picture of the Grump attached in the middle. Sooner or later, the LFF will find out that you cannot use Scotch tape on just this cheap ass paint, because that cheap ass paint will go with it. And I'm not saying and it wasn't just one guy, because there was and it's like, because there's definitely other spots where that happened, but I'm just saying it's like, and it's also the type of belt, we got to keep that in mind. Yeah. And also, I guess not quite announced, but will be happening. I will be by virtue of getting second at Misos, I will have a Deep South title shot. The new management of Deep South, I don't know if it was a slight coup or what, but I think it's Slamilton and Jeremy Steigerwald. I assume he has informed both myself and Jeff McPeak, the Deep South champion, that we will be playing on March 15th, and I will be playing Real Beater, and he will be playing Grand Pack General Lee Wong. I hope that it will be less one-sided than my match against C-Mac, where I ran into Unicorn Princess and got fucking stomped, literally. That was when I like still think I like legit think that deck he used against me was just like a fucking monstrous, like, great idea. And,
I was gonna say, Unicorn Princess with the Deep South belt is very terrifying.
It's very terrifying with all of the -1s, man, and and all of his utility cards that weren't keywords minus my turn roll. So it was really tough. Right,
that's the same thing with Morningstar was a terror, is that as well, because
Anastasia, yeah, a little bit more of a terror with that. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Steve's got sick kids. Well, I hope they feel better.
Yep,
it sucks. So there's a lot of that going around. Hell, Trey been out. Trey, old ass man, he got a hurt hip. It's almost like standing and doing stuff in a hospital and having to be the large one asked to do things might end up catching up with you after a while. Oh my god. Yeah. Morningstar was a nightmare. Bro, you have no idea. Like, that's why I think that that match that Mr. Pollywood had against that Anastasia Morningstar deck was still like one of the best matches I've ever seen. It was so good. Like it took it literally took Deathmatch Cardona to get it off of him. Like, that's how powerful Anastasia Morningstar with the Deep South belt was. This is actually like, this might be a segment that I could consider. Looking at previous title reigns and like impressive title reigns or whatever, because it's like if you win and then immediately lose, that's not really a reign, right? That's you're holding it before you pass it on. I'm saying like at least one
Defending the
defense,
title.
defending the title. And it's like what made that competitor plus belt so successful? I wins to be a reign. I think at least one. I think there has to be.
You have to have a defense at least.
I would say like at least one defense.
But for what I think he's talking about here, probably more than one defense to talk about an impressive reign. Yes.
For an impressive reign, yes, I would say 3. For an impressive reign, because it's like if you just like have a guy's number like one time, that's not really impressive, right? But to do it 3 against 3 different people, yes, I think that's very impressive. Because that means you have had to build against 3 different competitors with success against 3 different people who oftentimes think completely different. I think that's worthy of note. And honestly, if people want to hit me up with impressive, and it could be whatever, like it could be locals, Tri-State, Deep South, Midwest Coast.
Mr. Hollywood's hardcore and ACCW was impressive.
Hardcore ACCW. That's a little bit different because each one of those was a stip, but
he also won a Fatal 4-Way, and
yeah, but still impressive, right?
Right.
But it's like that could be something we could look into, like a look into the past of like what made these decks so powerful with that belt, because there are certain combinations, like we said with Anastasia Morningstar and the Deep South title belt, that you wouldn't immediately think of, and it took somebody getting in that position, getting that belt, and you're like, oh, this is monstrous, like this is fucking broken, like it's and just shit like that. And it's like,
for the people that don't know, the Deep South title increases your lowest skill +2.
So 5 to a 7, and Anastasia gives their opponent -2 when they roll their 7. So if they chain those 7s, it's just -2 over and over and over and over and over again, which it's very hard to get a turn. Yeah, that's a segment I may ask around about, like different title reigns, and ask about that. Not just our friends, I'd like to point out. If anyone would like to tell me, please help. I'm trying to farm content from the community. Yes, it's me. If anyone would like to let me know of like certain things, and it's also like, so if you tell me so and so's deck, I could try and reach out to them, see like, hey man, do you happen to have like an idea of what you ran that made that? Midwest Coast Tag Champs? Yeah. Sure. And it's like,
Chuck also had an impressive reign on the Deep South title. It seems kind of like, plussing your turn roll or minusing your opponent's turn roll with that belt does pretty good.
Yeah, decent, I suppose. Yeah, any of those might be neat. All right. Let's see. It is 7 o'clock. I don't have the energy in me today. It's been a very weird day. I'm currently in the middle of a stretch at work where they have me staying late to help out a different shift, and the staying late but then wanting me in the next day. So that's something I'm doing tomorrow and Friday too. They appreciate it, I'm glad to find out, but it's still like getting my body ready for that is annoying. Let's see. It is 8, she said. So, unless anybody has a question or anything, I'm probably good to end. Like the
little bit of housekeeping. Big Picture Premium shows popping off. Ignite has taken off. That's starting to heat up.
Hell yeah.
You got some promos, some characters coming out of the woodwork. Their next show will not be this Friday, but next Friday.
Big fan of the Fixer.
Well,
Fixer.
Yeah, we'll see. The not so fun time, Bob, is what it looks like. So definitely check that out coming up. That's, I think, the next Big Picture Premium show. And then if you missed yesterday's beatdown, I'm just going to play 10 seconds. That kind of wraps it all up real quick. So
Were spectacles a thing 6 years ago, or when did those come out?
we were all under something.
10 to an 11. See you later, Corey Pitney. Oh, man.
Wait. Crowd meter. Can I roll a 10?
Nope.
God, as soon as I saw that finish, I was like, "Oh God, this is."
It's definitely going to hit that 11.
He had 2. He had the 5 to the 10, and then 10 to an 11. I was like, "What's even funnier is I didn't know that you guys were there with him." So it was just in the other room, we're just getting smoked.
It was a lot of fun. It was probably not our best, most professional show, but it's a lot of fun. And every once in a while, Big Picture Premium puts on that kind of show. So support your local indie wrestling and support the best super show streaming on the planet, Big Picture Premium. Check out both those shows, Morse Deck Card, all that coming up. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Cecilia, play Steel Wool. He's good.